U2B, ja, Guna!
It's time for a big Pete.
Do you remember when Arsenal were good? Arsenal are one of the world's biggest clubs. When you look at each continent, you have Africa, you have South America, North America, Europe, Asia, and the other one. When you look at which football club dominates each area, okay, South America is dominated by Barcelona and Real Madrid, as is Europe, sort of. Africa is dominated by Chelsea, believe it or not. Asia is Man United and Liverpool. But the United States of America is Arsenal. In terms of fan base, it is right up there. But success-wise, it's nowhere near. The Met Police have won as many Champions Leagues as Arsenal. While other clubs in England might have been less consistent in terms of getting into the Champions League as Arsenal, but I think none of them would swap what they've achieved in the last 10 to 15 years with what Arsenal have. When you look at Liverpool, yeah, year in, year out, Arsenal tend to finish above Liverpool in recent years. But Liverpool have been banging a title race twice and have been in 2 Champions League finals, winning one of them, which is more than Arsenal have in their whole history. There is no denying how much Arsene Wenger has helped build what Arsenal are today. When he took over, they were a side famous for scrapping out 1-0 victories playing disgusting football, but now they're known worldwide for playing the most attractive football in the world. He's helped the club grow by moving them to the Emirates Stadium and growing them commercially. And he's had plenty of success as well, leading Arsenal to multiple title victories, including the invincible season. Which leads many to ponder why Arsenal fans are making the atmosphere at Arsenal games so toxic, turning against the players and the manager. But I think Arsenal fans have every right to be frustrated. They've been stagnant in 4th place over the last few years, and there's been no sign that they're getting better, only that they're getting worse. So while Arsene Wenger has been an absolute genius and a huge success at Arsenal, I think it's only right that he does leave at the end of the season, because there's definitely a split in Arsenal fans, those who want him to stay and those who want him to go. And if he does stay, then yes, the people who want him to stay will be happy, but the people who want him to go will be even more angry. But if he leaves, then the people who want him to go will be happy, and the people who wanted him to stay will have to move on because they support Arsenal Football Club, not Arsenal FC. Therefore, I think the only solution to putting an end to this toxic, poisonous atmosphere at all the Arsenal games is that Arsene Wenger does leave at the end of the season. However, I don't think that means that he should be sacked now, as a lot of Arsenal fans are saying. I think that's actually disgusting that they want their most successful manager in their history to be sacked. I understand that they want the club to evolve forward and move on, but there's no way that Arsene Wenger deserves to be sacked. Arsenal Fan TV have been at the head of all this drama and controversy, but I don't think it's fair how much criticism Robbie and Arsenal Fan TV are getting. Now, I have been known to make some comments on Arsenal Fan TV.
Pathetic Arsenal Fan TV.
But my comments are more directed at the characters that are on Arsenal Fan TV, not the channel itself. I think Robbie has been part of a fantastic shift, which is changing the football media from being heavily dominant on pundits and ex-players to where football really counts, which is the fans. So I've got nothing bad to say about Robbie, and I think Arsenal Fan TV are doing a tremendous job of letting the fans have their say on their football club. However, I do think a lot of the people who go on it make themselves look like fools. There's no denying that what Arsene Wenger has done in the last 12 years of his job has not been anywhere near good enough for Arsenal. I think the way that he has helped bring the club forward definitely has earned him the right to choose when he wants to leave. Arsenal will always be near the top of the Premier League and all the English clubs, and that is down partly to Arsene Wenger. Yeah, I know they were towards the top before as well, but he has really put foundations in place for Arsenal to grow for a lot of years in the future. However, I don't think a managerial change will bring instant success to Arsenal. We've seen with Man United changing from Sir Alex Ferguson to David Moyes and then Louis van Gaal and now Jose Mourinho that it's not working. And it'd be very difficult for me to stand here and say that Arsenal are going to have instant success if they change their manager. Quite the contrary, actually. I think that they will struggle for the first few years after he leaves. But eventually, once the manager can put his identity onto the football team, I think they will go back to the top, as will Man United eventually as well. A lot of people are wondering how Arsenal have actually fallen down so far from where they were, the Invincibles, and getting to the Champions League finals. But I think it's quite simple, really. The move to the Emirates completely put to a halt any big financial improvements they could put on the side, and they had to rely on a lot on their youth after that, and young players from abroad. Despite not being able to spend a lot of money, Arsene Wenger was able to keep Arsenal in the Champions League year in, year out, and that in itself is a success. But for the last few years, there's no denying that Arsenal have been able to spend money, and they have on people like Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, Shkodran Mustafi, and so on. But Arsenal aren't improving. That lack of transfer budget that came with moving to the Emirates Stadium meant that they couldn't reinvest in the squads. So their superstar team of people like Patrick Vieira, Robert Pires, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, and so on, that was ended and was replaced by youngsters. And since then, Arsenal have not been able to return to the heights. Don't forget to read the description, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you sometime later on.